Now, in the previous session, what we had done was as in one of the functions of the member functions of the class, we had accepted the data that is required, right? Roll number, maths marks, science marks. Accepting it and storing it in the data members was done as part of the class itself. Now, what if we have to pass parameters, or we have to pass these values to a objects member functions? Okay, so let's create a program to see how that works. Program to show objects show objects receiving values or variables when an member function is called. Okay. Now let's do this. What we are going to do is we are going to accept rupees and paise, or dollars and cents. We are going to accept it, and what we are going to do is convert it into completely into paise or cents. So we know in a rupee you have 100 paisa. Okay, so let's do it. So we require a class at the beginning. Okay, before class specification, we need to include iostream.h. Remember, iostream.h would generally be required, so we include it. The other includes we can incorporate as and when we feel the need for it. Okay, so class currency. Okay, now the currency will have two aspects. One is the rupee and the other is the paise. Okay, and the other would be total. Total will basically contain the rupees converted into paise plus paise. So basically the whatever is the amount converted into paise. Okay. Remember, by default they are private, but for readability purposes we can explicitly mention it. Okay. Now public. Now we require to provide the member functions. So void get value. Now remember, it's going to receive some data. So what are they? It is going to receive R, that is rupee, and it is going to receive paise. Okay, it's not going to be an inline function. Next is void display, and it doesn't really require anything, so we can leave it as it is. Okay, so that completes our currency specification, class specification. Now we need to provide the specification for a definition of the two member functions. So void, remember, starts with the class name, then double colon, which is a scope resolution operator, get value. Okay, int r comma int p, and then we have to give the specification, or what's also called as method. Now rupee is equal to r. So r has been passed into this, and this will in turn store it in rupee. Similarly, paise is equal to k, and total is equal to, remember, a rupee contains 100 paisa, so r into 100, so it gets converted into paise. Okay, so now plus whatever is the paisa. So let's say if it is 3 rupees 75 paisa, so then what will happen here? 3 into 100, so 300 plus 75, so 375 paise. Okay, now the next member function that we have to define is, which again doesn't return anything, is display. Okay, now what it is going to do is, it's just going to display the total in a nicely formatted way. Okay, So remember, we need to specify it completely. So currency, class name, double colon, and then display. Okay, so see out rupee, okay, rupee, and rupees itself has to be displayed. So rupees, we need to give a space, and then we have to display and actually and we can specify here itself rupees, and now paise is displayed as is, and then the value of the paisa. So paise, and then usually you might notice that only is displayed, okay, and then finally end line. Okay, next comes see out. This is what we have displayed is just what has been passed as a argument to the function. Okay, so next is converted value. Okay, converted value is nothing but total and within quotes paise, so that it is displayed as is. Okay, and then that completes this, and now int void main. Okay, void main, and very simple, currency, create an instance of that. So currency c dot get value, and we are going to actually pass some constant values. What we can also do is get these two values from the user and then pass it as a argument. Okay, so 5,72, and then finally c dot display. Okay, now let's run this. Okay, it seems nothing has happened, but actually something has happened. The only thing is it has not waited for us to see. So now let's run it. Okay, get ch prototype is not there, so we require to add hash include on io.h, and now we run it. Okay, okay, now what we also need to do is clear the screen SCR. Now it will. Okay, 5 rupees and paise 72 only. Converted value is 572 paise. Okay, so as I mentioned, you can type this whole program and then accept these two values, rupees and paise, from the user, and then pass those variables here. Okay, so let's save this. Rupee, paise. Okay, close, file, quit.